Hi everyone. Today we're going to be looking at minimum household budgets. In your previous video, you looked at assets and liabilities, what different families or individuals have that they're still paying off or that they owe. What we're looking at today are monthly items that each family or individual has to pay for essentials or for other things as well. So we're going to go ahead and start with a minimum household budget includes all expenses that are necessary to meet your family's needs. So we're going to focus on what is necessary, what is crucial for survival and for health. This minimum household budget varies based on the number of people in your family. So the number of people in your family and the location in which you live. Those are big factors in household budgets. So now we're going to sort the following terms in the columns below. We have basic needs and we have wants. All of these items can be in a budget, but we have to see which ones are the most important, which ones that we need to focus on first in a budget. Which ones do you think are basic needs and which ones do you think are wants? Okay, let's go ahead and go down the list. The first one is cell phone. Okay, a cell phone, while I know some of you feel like you can't live without your cell phone, a cell phone is a want, okay, because it's not necessary to survival. Okay, let me fix that. Cell phone. Okay, next one is eating out, like at restaurants. While we do have to eat for survival, eating out at restaurants is a want. That is an option and can usually be expensive. So you have to budget for that. Okay, next one is rent. Rent is a basic need and it's essential because that is the roof over our heads. It could be rent for an apartment, a rent for a house, or you could also think about your mortgage for a house also. Okay, next one is water bill. A water bill is a basic need because we have to have water for survival. We have to be able to drink water, we need to be able to wash our clothes, wash ourselves, wash our dishes, and so water bill is very important. Next one is entertainment. Entertainment meaning bowling, the movies, a video arcade. That is entertainment, and that is a want because that is extra. That is fun stuff that we can do after we take care of our basic needs. Okay, next one is electricity bill. Electricity bill is also a basic need because we have to be able to heat and cool ourselves when necessary, and we need to be able to cook and have lights on to see at night and during the day as well. Okay, next one is groceries. Groceries are to eat at home and cook food, and so again, because it's food, it is necessary, it is essential to our survival. And the last one, vacation savings. Vacation savings are a want. That is something that you would like to have in your budget and you'd like to save up for, but remember, you have to take care of your basic needs first. So now that we've done an overview of the kinds of things that we have in a household budget, we're going to go ahead and look at some budgets with different amounts of family members and different locations. Here we have 3 examples. We have a family of 4 in Dallas, Texas. We have a married couple in Tyler, Texas. And we have a single person with roommates in Houston, Texas. Go Houston. Now, this is what I want you to look at. For each item in these minimum household budgets, I want us to compare. So the first one I want us to compare is rent. Which household has the highest rent? The household that has the highest rent is Dallas, and that is $1,200. And that makes sense because it's a family of 4, okay? Depending on where they live in Dallas, it could be a high amount, it could be a lower amount, but they're going to have the highest between these 3 because they have 4 people in their family. Okay, so they're going to have a bigger place to live, most likely. Okay, next one, let's look at food. Which household pays more for food? Dallas also has the highest amount for food, $800, which makes sense because they have a family of 4. They have 4 people, where a married couple has 2 people, and then single with roommates, they just have to feed themselves. Okay, next one is transportation. Okay, now we see the highest amount of transportation is in Tyler, Texas. Now that may be because in large cities like Dallas and Houston, you have public transportation available like metro rails and buses to use. So someone in Tyler may not have that option, so they have to use more gasoline. That's a possibility. Okay, next one, which one has the highest utilities? Dallas has the highest utilities, the family of four, which makes sense because they have more people. Utilities is the use of electricity and water. And so if you have four people in the family, they're going to use more electricity and water than a married couple or a single person who just has to pay for themselves. Okay, next one is insurance. Which household has the highest amount of insurance? For insurance, Dallas has the highest, which again makes sense because they have more people to insure. They have to insure the family of four, not just two people for the married couple or just the single roommate. Okay, last one, highest amount of taxes. Okay, Dallas has the highest amount of taxes, and this makes sense too because since they have a family of four and their rent is higher, that probably means that they live in a bigger place. And so they have to pay those taxes. Where the married couple, they have lower rent. They may live somewhere smaller. Or also, Tyler's a smaller town, so the taxes and rent may be lower overall. In Houston, the taxes are lower because it's a single person with roommates, so they are all splitting the cost of the taxes and they don't have to pay for it all themselves. So that kind of gives you an idea on how the size of the family and locations can affect some things in the budget. Depending on where you live, you may have a few more things in your budget, depending on your location. Now at the bottom, we see that we have monthly total for each one. This monthly total is the minimum household budget amount. That means that these families, these households or individuals have to make at least that total. When you find that total, they have to make at least that much to pay for all these items. And that's not even including all the extra stuff you want in your budget. Now they also have here annual salary. Annual salary means how much money that person makes or that family makes per year. And so that's one way to look at it. Some people, like teachers, we get paid for the year, and it's divided up for our paychecks. Some people, like my brother, he works at Exxon and he makes an hourly wage. So he would have to calculate his minimum household budget with the hourly wage to calculate to see how much he would have to make to meet his minimum household budget. In the practice problems you're going to see some with more with the hourly wage, and then also some